The problem was
unhinged, crazy and unhinged, just so insane, guys. Crazy, unhinged, and insane Substack, guys. Have I loaded enough mentally ill words in front of this to make you guys disbelieve it yet? 15 women are reporting being sent non-consensual imagery by Destiny. 15 women have signed on to that lawsuit saying they have been sent sexually explicit imagery. Dude, this guy is beyond parody. Beyond parody. I'm the true victim here. He literally just said it. He actually just says it. But this is just wretched behavior. This is like emotionless, like psychotic behavior of someone that's like very obviously insecure about the way they're viewed. And whenever a woman starts talking bad about them, he has to make sure their reputation is further into the dirt than his.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Why is that ridiculous? And why are you going so red? And why do you look so red when you say that? Was his skin that tone 2 seconds ago? Where is the freaks VOD? Okay, let's see. Guys, this is Destiny's first response to the lawsuit. Which, I mean, the actual filed lawsuit, not just the idea of it. So let's see.
What a day, guys. Did you see all the legal stuff with the court case?
So if someone wants to collate all of his DGG logs from the day and send them to me, that'd be awesome. Thank you for the tired coffee super sticker, Goyle. Thank you.
In the Department of Justice? It's some wild stuff, isn't it?
I'm gonna grab a quick coffee. 2 seconds.
Can you go all the way? Or are you still limited? Well, I'm significantly less limited now, but I have to, I mean, I fired off I wrote up a huge thing over the past few days, which I wonder if that's what motivated them to file so quickly, for presenting my side of things. But now that everything's filed, now I have way more. There's one huge reason why I haven't said anything that nobody was able to put together, which is understandable, I guess, because it's a little unintuitive, but now that doesn't matter, so I guess. Finish this. Oh, the Doom game.
Is he gonna say anything, buddy?
Karen, yeah, basically.
Say some shit. Say some shit. Okay, you guys can say whatever about my dead air. The dead air on Destiny streams is 10 times worse. There is so much time in his streams that is just total silence. It's just silence or just clicking. It is a huge portion of his stream, every stream. Yeah, and the fucking mouth noises, yes. I know, you notice it less if there's a face cam, and also he has his mic, like, quite sensitive. Like, you can hear noises, like ambient noises in his apartment. So you're never, like, wondering, like, oh, is it muted? Is something fucked up? Because you always see him, and you always hear something.
You wanted to give the other side enough rope to hang themselves to commit a narrative? No, basically, I guess it's enough. Fuck it. I'll go over a little bit, but I can't. I just want to make sure my legal dude signed off on everything. I ended up writing up a big thing. So here, this is like the big issue, okay? There are 3 big reasons, I think, generally, why you don't talk much about a court case before it goes to, before it actually, like, it goes to trial or is filed.
Yeah,
or whatever,
let's hear it. It says very smart guy.
Two of these are very
us.
intuitive, or at least you hear them repeated so often. But there's a third one that's far less intuitive. So the first one is, obviously, you run the risk of saying something incriminating, which is, you don't want to do that, because anything you say or do can be used against you in court, blah, blah, blah. And even in a civil case, theoretically, anything you say can show up. So sometimes people might admit to a crime or say things that could cause for further cause of action or whatever, right? So that's like the very obvious one. The second one was... Fuck, what was my second one? Wait, why are you guys thinking? Oh, fuck, I had a second one in my brain. The congestion tax is billed anytime you cross below 60th Street at the Battery Park.
Maybe try typing something up first. 60th. Is
that true? Fuck, I just had a Biden moment. Yeah, I'm sundowning. Fuck me. There was a second one. Well, I don't remember now. I guess it wasn't that intuitive. But the second thing that's at issue in this particular case is that Pixie made an unbelievably fucking unhinged Substack.
Uh-huh.
The problem was
unhinged, crazy and unhinged, just so insane, guys. Crazy, unhinged, and insane Substack, guys. Have I loaded enough mentally ill words in front of this to make you guys disbelieve it yet?
While we were negotiating
delusional
them filing anything, oh fuck, it's hard to say this without doing like
scary,
the whole story.
Hilarious, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
Oh, no, there was a second intuitive one. I'm sorry. Now that as I run through this, I remember. The second issue is that if you say a whole bunch of stuff publicly and you attack the other person, you make them less likely to want to actually settle anything, because part of the advantages of pretrial settlements are non-disclosure agreements, non-disparagement clauses, and these are things that you have as kind of like negotiating tools, basically. But if you blurb everything publicly and everything goes public, then it's like...
Did you prove so many people right by trying to crazy make it right after this becomes public? Yeah. But these GAs will never see it. They're completely fucking blind. The people that are still there are totally blinded. He can literally just say, oh, they're crazy. All these crazy conspiracies being spun about me. All these crazy conspiracies about how I deliberately tried to smear and intimidate victims so that no one will believe them and other people are scared to speak out. All these crazy theories. What's the crazy theory? Even as he's doing it in front of them, he can just say it's insane and they believe it. Because that's the level of engagement the average DGer has. They get self-satisfaction from the appearance, the aesthetic of caring about facts, caring about evidence, caring about logic. They get that self-satisfaction from watching the content and feeling the aesthetic of doing that. But the moment push comes to shove, the moment they've got an emotional buy-in, the moment fucking Destiny tells them what's what, they'll change their mind. They're bought in. They will not evaluate any evidence. They will not consider how his behavior creates a pattern. They will just defend.
Okay, well, I mean, what's the incentive to settle anything, right? The third one was, the third issue was that the Substack that Andrea wrote was so unbelievably unhinged that the only possible way I would have agreed to settle anything would have been she had to retract like 80% of that. But the issue is that I don't know if there's any world where she ever would have been willing to, because it makes her look so bad. But I think the issue is that she maneuvered herself into like a totally unfuckable position where like the situation was just so screwed up that she had to retract like only possible way. I would have agreed to settle anything would have been she had to retract like 80% of that. But the issue is that I don't know if there's any world where she ever would have been willing to, because it makes her look so bad. But I think the issue is that she maneuvered herself into like a totally...
Wait, what does she have to retract then? What does she have to retract in that statement? So the Substack is unhinged, apparently. So apparently the Substack is unhinged. Let's see, what's in this unhinged Substack? It's crazy unhinged. BPD Substack. Where's Pixie Substack? I am suing Destiny. Substack. Pixie. Found it. I will be suing Stephen Kenneth Bonnell II. On November 29th, I learned that the streamer Destiny had non-consensually shared pornographic content of me online. My dignity, peace of mind, and hopes for the future were stripped away in a mere matter of seconds, following the betrayal of someone that I previously trusted. I am at least the third person he's done this to. I hope to be the last. I will not be commenting on the experience of the other women he has hurt, so it's not my place or story to tell. I will, however, share my story in the hopes of preventing this from occurring again. I have known Destiny for around 5 to 6 years now, and often find myself in heavy disagreement with him. Despite this, I do my best to see the best sides of all people, trying my hardest to spread positivity and create understanding where I can. It's corny, but I want to meet people where they are, and focus on which ways we can build bridges together towards a better future for everyone. Some people call this a fault of mine. They claim I am naive and should be more careful. Those people are right. When I was 19, over 5 years ago, I was extremely sexually inexperienced and sheltered. Being severely terrified of leading someone on, or SA, I thought I could trust Destiny, who I had multiple long conversations with regarding consent and boundaries. So you can imagine my surprise when I discovered he distributed pornographic content of me without my consent. Yes, you read that right. Stephen Kenneth Bonnell II sent pornographic content of me to a random 19-year-old e-girl Discord kitten who he had never met before, and then she published it to the whole world. Rest assured, despite never having met her, he at least spoke to her plenty of times on the phone. Of course, this is what he says happened. I think it is just as likely that he used her as a proxy to widely distribute this material while claiming deniability. I do not understand why Destiny would knowingly and willingly put me in a position where I'd receive non-stop sexual abuse and harassment. If we believe him, he was trying to impress a barely legal teenager using my body and my privacy. The betrayal, coupled with the hundreds of messages I've received filled with sexual harassment and abuse, have left me feeling hopeless and devoid of almost all happiness. The only thing that's kept me going is the hope I can bring this man to justice and have him face legal consequences for his actions. For the past month, I've been speaking to lawyers about my situation, about what to do. I've decided this is the best course of action. I'll be suing him for violating US Code 15, USC 6851, civil action relating to disclosure of intimate images, and for publication of private facts in Florida. I'll be seeking emotional and punitive damages for his actions. I've been told that for a court case like this, it could potentially cost over tens of thousands of dollars. I'm terrified. I mean, this guy talks about potentially suing Hassan as if for fun. And Hassan actually has the resources to defend himself. I can't imagine what he might try to do to me in this process. Sometimes I wonder if he does this as an intimidation tactic. I wonder if he is purposely trying to put fear in my heart, as he casually talks about throwing money into a lawsuit with a multi-millionaire who can fight back. As if it's an indirect flaunt/warning over his capability of outspending me in whatever legal case I throw at him. At the request of my friends, I have been encouraged to link my GiveSendGo regarding this case here, in hopes we can raise enough for me to legally succeed. Whoever the next Joe Rogan of the left is, it cannot be someone that crosses sexual boundaries, violates consent, and puts women's well-being and safety at risk. It cannot be someone who puts women in positions where they will be sexually abused and harassed. It concerns me that Destiny has been interviewing potential DNC chair candidates such as Marianne Williamson or Martin O'Malley, who have no idea of what he's done. As time passes, and he tries to position himself to have interviews with increasingly powerful figures such as Zelensky, I can't help but be filled with fear that Destiny might continue to succeed, despite facing no repercussions for his actions. If the Democratic Party wishes to succeed in the future, it cannot be a party that accepts the sexual exploitation of women, it cannot be a party that allows men like Destiny to break into the mainstream, for allowing him access to such spaces would be a direct endorsement of his behaviour. I have been told that the payout might not be worth the harassment and attention I will receive. In an ideal world, I would do this privately, but I've been told there is no realistic way the court will grant me anonymity. This means my only option is public. I have been told by a variety of people to not go public. I've been told by some people that Stephen really does feel sorry. But I am not inclined to believe them. especially when taking into consideration his actions regarding me. Regardless, what Destiny did is unacceptable, and I believe he will do this again unless he faces justice. Let me be clear. Destiny has violated federal law in his transgressions against me. He has violated my consent and is directly responsible for the sexual abuse I have received. I am terrified. So, what's the unhinged, crazy part of this that she needs to retract? Apparently 80% of this is unhinged and crazy, and she needs to retract. 15 women are reporting being sent non-consensual imagery by Destiny. 15 women have signed on to that lawsuit saying they have been sent sexually explicit imagery. Probably the part of her speculating to his intentions. Yeah, but she doesn't say this happened. He did this intentionally. She says, I feel like he's trying to threaten me. It feels threatening. And he claims that he's just doing it to impress her. But I'm not so sure. This feels malicious. She doesn't make any factual claims that she would need to retract. You can say what you think someone's intention is. Quick clarification, no one but Pixie's plaintiff in the lawsuit, but there could be 15 other victims. The 15 other is people who were sent imagery by Destiny. People have said to Pixie they were sent non-consensual imagery by Destiny. So, I'm not sure what she's supposed to retract here. She had to retract 80% of that, apparently, if he was to settle. If he were to settle, she would have to retract 80% of that, because it's so crazy and unhinged.
Unfuckable position where, like, the situation was just so screwed up that she's looking for me to try to settle something, but she's already inflicted maximum possible damage on me. So they filed a lawsuit today, but it's like, okay, like all of these claims, actually worse than the claims in the lawsuit, have already been made publicly and alleged against me in her Substack. So I have little incentive to settle anything. She's put herself like in an impossible position.
Okay, you can argue the claims are worse because she says she thinks she used Rose as a proxy, but essentially that same claim is repeated. It doesn't directly say you used Rose as a proxy, but it said you knew that it would leak and you kept doing it anyway. That's the point that they're getting at there. So saying that it's worse than the initial statement isn't necessarily true. One aspect could be considered worse, but the lawsuit also claims it's 15 other women, you fucking idiot. So how is it not worse? There's 15 more women.
Where she can't like do anything because she would have to walk back from so much. And the issue is, so this is...
Read paragraph 57 of the lawsuit. That's the worst allegation in my opinion, and only in the lawsuit. Paragraph 57 is possibly not on any of these I've still got up. What does 57 say? Even after defendant became aware that plaintiff was expressing suicidal intentions due to his disclosure of the videos, he continued to disclose the videos to other people without plaintiff's consent. Yep, I mean, that's pretty bad, yeah.
So then getting into this, people are like, why didn't you say anything?
Oh, well, it's already leaked. What's the problem?
Why haven't you said you're innocent, or why haven't you blah, blah, blah? The reason why I haven't said anything is because as soon as I start clarifying on my end, remember how we said in court, you can't introduce character evidence to attack a defendant? But
that is only in the lawsuit. You're just wrong. It's on the way.
Introduce character evidence to...
But please feel free, after I tell you you're just wrong, please feel free to put another message where you reaffirm that you think you're right, just so that I have to spend another 5 minutes disproving the fact that you're not right. That is actually only in the lawsuit.
Attack somebody who's provided character evidence to defend themselves. The issue then is that for me to argue my side here would be just... It's going to be really, really, really rough on the other side. So if I start publicly explaining things, it destroys her ability to make any kind of salvageable public statement. And then so there's been like 3 phases of me basically not being able to chat about any of this. So the first phase was, obviously, I don't want to publicize the leaks because, and I don't give a fuck what
What is this? Lawsuit versus Substack. You might have heard things or seen things posted on KF in the past couple months. When we're saying it's only in the lawsuit, it's about whether it's in Pixie's initial statement or in the lawsuit.
Anybody says in this, I am a victim in this. Unarguably, the largest victim. I was the target of this, and I've been
Dude, no way! No way! No way! Let's go! Let's go! Dude, this guy is beyond parody. Beyond parody. I'm the true victim here. He literally just said it. He actually just says it. What a pathetic fucking rodent this guy is. Dude. It's so pathetic. It's so fucking pathetic. It's embarrassing. How can you have any respect for this wretched, pathetic, 35, 36-year-old deadbeat bitch? How can you have any respect for this guy? It's so fucking crazy. Sitting there, 15 women coming forward about receiving non-consensual imagery without consent, receiving non-consensual imagery, lawsuit against him, allegations of non-consensual recording of sexual interactions from multiple women. Cherry alleged it. Lauren De Laguna alleging that he recorded it in the bedroom. I'm the biggest victim. I am the true victim. Dude, it's so crazy. How many times has he sat there seething over Hassan streams? This guy's such a victim. This guy's such a victim. Everyone's always out to get this guy. How many times? How many times? How can you have any respect for this guy? How?
On the other side. So if I start publicly explaining things, it destroys her ability to make any kind of salvageable public statement. And then so there's been like 3 phases of me basically not being able to chat about any of this. So the first phase was, obviously, I don't want to publicize the leaks because, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says in this, I am a victim in this. Unarguably, the largest victim. I was the target of this, and I've been the one the most horribly impacted.
Dude.
So, one, I don't want to publicize my own leaks, but also, out of respect for other people involved, I don't want to publicize their leaks, so I don't talk about any of it. The second part was her saying that she was literally suicidal and that if her parents ever found out, she would kill herself. So obviously, I don't want to talk about it then as well. And then the third part was for pre-trial stuff after she'd made her statement. Well, now if I start explaining my side of things, now she's in an even more like completely fucked position trying to make any sort of pre-trial joint statement with me.
Dude, and then someone says in chat, dude, look at some of the leaks. No one cares because, man. Thank you for the 5 gifted, Venomous Villain. Hugely appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. No one cares because, man. Private sharing versus public leaking. I am the victim, and then a Trump behind bars. I mean, at least there's a little bit of self-awareness there. Yeah, you are just like them. Yeah, you're the fucking same. Stop pretending you're any better. I am a victim. I thought the leaks were only Destiny sucking dick. Victim, but also perpetuator, though.
Settle anything. So the situation in terms of my ability to say anything prior to filing an actual fucking complaint has been nada, because I'm either going to cause her to herself, okay, or I'm going to cause her to have to be so fucked for her litigation posture that now she'll either herself or whatever. I don't know. So this has been like the most irritating.
Dude, just like, she's holding suicide over my head. She's holding suicide over my head.
Irritating and annoying fucking part about all of this, I think. There's like a lot of like specifics that we can dive.
Yeah, exactly. It's not no one cares because, man. It's no one cares because it's your fucking fault. You were the one who was sending this shit around to a bunch of retarded anime avatars that you didn't vet. Yeah. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
into, but like I said, I shot off I made a, I don't know if you call it a manifesto. Probably shouldn't call it manifesto, because now everything I say is going to show up in either in a court doc or in front.
It's like literally, it's the Ray Pally thing. It's like, yeah, is it wrong for this stuff to be leaked? Sure. But why were you walking naked, middle of the night, down an alleyway that is labeled clearly Ray Pally? You know?
Trial, I guess. But, I don't understand. Shouldn't you be focusing on self-survivability over her feelings? Kind of. So I'm trying to think of how to say this so that it doesn't sound like the worst thing ever. Like, in a way, our destinies are intertwined. Because let's say that I go, the issue is that in my mind, and who knows, maybe I could be wrong. Maybe some magical stuff will happen in court or whatever, and who knows. In my mind, the worst stuff for me was always the PR stuff. So after she made her Substack, at that point, like this is the maximum amount of damage that I can suffer. Like it's been a lot of reputational damage, a lot of direct financial harm, a lot of indirect financial harm, reputational harm, relationship harm, friendships, whatever. So at that point, what is the point of me clarifying anything publicly? Like, even if I have like the perfect statement, like there's already been irreparable harm suffered. Well, okay, let's say that I make a statement. Let's say that I clarify to the best of my ability everything on my end.
He's just yapping about nothing. He's saying like, yeah, actually, I'm totally in control. Actually, I'm handling this the perfect way. I'm totally in control. When he's been spazzing out in DGG chat for the whole last fucking week. Not even the whole last week, the whole last 3 weeks. We've actually got, while he's sitting here saying, yo, I'm not making statements, let's actually take a look at some of his DGG chat messages from today. Oh, well, I guess I can finally talk about things now, lol W. Wait, where's the Imager album of the docs? Or is there a court docket anywhere? TY, Sunken Submarine. You want to know what her first demand was? Ever since Lauren started talking to her on the 9th, this has been the most insane extortion scheme I have ever had used against me in my entire life. Okay, nice one. So what's this? This is the demand letter. As a result of this violation, my client has suffered considerable harm, including but not limited to severe emotional anguish, damaged personal relationships, and public humiliation. The unlawful actions may have disrupted our client's personal and professional life. We are now compelled to seek monetary compensation for these damages. In light of the foregoing, we hereby demand the following: immediate monetary compensation for the damages caused by the unauthorized disclosure of intimate images. Specifically, my client is entitled to at least $15 million. Okay, that's where it's coming from, in compensation for emotional distress, reputational harm, pain and suffering, the loss of privacy, personal and professional standing, and the ongoing impact on my client's life. A formal written apology from you acknowledging your role in the unauthorized disclosure and the harm it's caused. Immediate cessation of any further disclosure or dissemination of the intimate images, and written assurance that after an agreement has been reached, all copies of the images in your possession or under your control will be permanently deleted. This is a fine amount to ask for, by the way. Fuck Destiny, but pretends it's not unreasonable to ask. But I'm saying if there were videos of me sucking Destiny's dick on the internet, I'd be asking for at least 15 million. That's all I'm saying. Reimbursement of legal fees associated with addressing the violation, including drafting and sending of this demand letter. Failure to resolve this matter within 5 business days from the date this letter will leave us. No choice but to pursue legal action to the full extent of the law and seek compensatory or punitive damage as well as injunctive relief. That was her first demand, by the way. And then another image. Smear campaign against plaintiff. True. You could request earlier, but none of my team thought she'd actually file since the case is so stupid. But I guess I'll chat with my legal dooders soon. My legal dooders. I guess I'll chat with my legal dooders soon. I guess I'll chat with my legal dooders. Shut up, you fucking gay-ass millennial. You fucking suck, man. Legal dooders. Gay-ass fucking millennial. Literally, this guy sounds less gay when he's got cock down his throat than when he's talking about his legal case in his gay little chat. I'm 99% sure the majority of this was pushed by Lauren Hayden, De Laguna. If I get a disbarred for this, considering she already failed CNF once, Lord W, it would be chef's kiss. So now saying he's going to get a disbarred. Okay. Yeah, supposed to earlier first was 15 million. There was no mention of charity in a demand letter. Possibly they stopped responding to my law firm like 9 days ago. The main reason I wasn't speaking before was to give Pixie room to navigate a statement better. If I came out and started talking, our ability to navigate publicly becomes increasing. It's such bullshit, man. Oh, I was only staying quiet for Pixie's sake. I was only staying quiet for Pixie's sake. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. But I guess that doesn't matter now, so we'll see what I can say later today, Lord W. Also totally unrelated. More images. Okay, well, what am I going to take from this? Was I too aggressive with Lauren Lowe? I don't care about you. Like, this is just a bunch of random leaking shit. Just a bunch of leaking shit. Just try to attack our friends and shit. Like, what a dude. Like, what is the point of any of this? What does this do for the case? What is this relevant to? What does this prove about you leaking non-consensual sexual imagery? What does that have to do with this? It's totally fucking irrelevant. It's just you attacking people who are against you. Address the allegations! What's the Blue Black's line? Is it that? I can't remember. I don't remember. Was I too aggressive with Lauren? Lol. I don't care about you. Oh, that's so sweet. Hearts. And, IDK, I don't think so. I'm really glad she brought up some Faha stuff in front of you, though, with me in the room, so I could super clearly demonstrate she twists stuff like crazy regarding her. Lol. Yeah, I don't think you made the nose comment anymore, lol. At least, not the way she phrased it. She said in her car she likes you because something is better than nothing, and she doesn't have anyone, and you can be a good boyfriend to her for like 2 days sometimes. It's heartbreaking, but it's not your fault. I mean, I'm nicer to her than anyone else in her life. She can be kind of selfish and really emotionally driven when she feels like someone's being mean to her, but for the most part, she's actually a super, super sweet person. You don't contest the boyfriend thing here, though. Like, when she's saying you dated, like, you were going on dates, having emotional conversations, and fucking. That's dating, whether you were in a committed monogamous relationship or not. If you were going on dates, talking about your feelings and having sex, you were dating. Lauren keeps telling people we dated. Here's an incredibly fucking cringe convo I had with Jasmine about how pathetic Lauren was when she was crying in the back of an Uber with her and Irrelevant because she couldn't date me. Dude, what? Here's an incredibly fucking cringe convo I had with Jasmine about how pathetic Lauren was when she was crying in the back of an Uber with Irrelevant about how she couldn't date me. Dude, imagine being this much of a spiteful, fucking pathetic man-child rat about the women you date. I can't imagine talking about shit like this. I've had women do disgusting things to me. And yet I would never get on the internet and start talking like this. You spent probably a huge amount of time around these people, confiding in them, having them confide things in you, having a pretty close emotional relationship. And then you just turn around and you're like, yeah, her emotions were fucking pathetic. It's disgusting. The idea that just because that someone does something bad to you and you just like overwrite every bit of empathy, every bit of like relationship that you had with that person. It's like psychotic. It is psychotic. It is like a serious emotional deficit. It's like a huge empathy deficit. You have a fucking problem. The idea that you just, for anyone in your life, not just women that you've dated, but for anyone that you have a serious, close emotional relationship with, the idea that because they have a different view of you, you just turn around and start publicly smearing them as essentially like evil, pathetic, wretched people after a close emotional relationship is disgusting. Especially when she seems to be right about you. The reason he's doing this is Lauren De Laguna has been going after him because she's said shit like he records in his bedroom. It's fucking crazy. Do you think Destiny is capable of murder? Like emotionally? Sure. Probably. I think he'd do whatever he had to do. Keep people quiet. Remember when he was so pissed that people were taking the Dark Triad meme seriously? Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, if she was literally, if Lauren De Laguna was literally like getting Destiny over the head with a fucking crowbar, maybe I could understand this sort of reformatting to have no empathy and like treating her like shit. Maybe I could understand it if it was like some crazy physical abuse. Maybe I could get it. But it wasn't. He's just treating her like shit. He's just smearing her for siding with Pixie. He's just smearing her for talking about him in a way he doesn't like. That's it. It's all transactional with him. But like, I agree with a lot of Destiny's statements about how relationships are transactional, about how that's just a reality. I agree with a lot of that stuff. But that doesn't mean that you have no fucking, like, zero fucking empathy for the people around you, or zero fucking connection, where you're like, oh yeah, I'm not just gonna needlessly hurt people because they're not useful anymore. Yeah, generally you will associate with people that are useful to you, and you will seek friendships that are useful, and encourage, like, you will maintain those friendships, right? Things that get you somewhere. That's how people tend to operate. They are transactional generally, I think. But this is just wretched behavior. This is like emotionless, like psychotic behavior of someone that's like very obviously insecure about the way they're viewed. And whenever a woman starts talking bad about them, he has to make sure their reputation is further into the dirt than his. That's not true. She had a statement Lauren prepared for her to write on her Substack for at least 12 days before Sunday's video went up. It's in code and see the video. People just missed a ton because it's hard to follow the narrative. It's not hard to follow the narrative at all. This on January 8th. I had to fire it off to the lawyers, see what's okay to go over and what I should leave out. Now they know, just getting a statement approved by them. It's a complaint. Might as well throw in as much as possible. It's certified Guna. I'll pass that now. Virtually, a guy not popular enough to ask any of the guys Pixie sent nudes. Oh yeah, here we go. TFW, I'm a guy, and I'm not popular enough to ask any of the guys that Pixie sent me videos of her with. Gave her 100% explicit written consent to send identifiable videos of them to a popular streamer, the feels. So here he is just trying to throw out, oh, well, Pixie sent me videos too, and who knows if they were consensual. Like, it... Dude, even if... Let's imagine, okay? Let's imagine. Let's walk with Destiny. Let's imagine Pixie knowingly and willingly sent non-consensual imagery to Destiny. What does that change? What does it change? What about my opinion changes there? Okay, Pixie did bad things too. Okay. It's still nothing compared to the scale of Destiny's wrongdoing, and he has endlessly more responsibility. He sent non-consensual imagery, according to the lawsuit, non-consensual imagery to 15 women minimum. If you are sending non-consensual imagery to 15 women, there is no way there are 15 women in your life that you know well enough to trust enough to think it won't leak. You do that knowing 90% chance it will leak, 99% chance it will leak. The scale, the responsibility, the incentive to fuck with you and people around you is obviously totally different. It's not even worth comparing. And it's not what we're talking about. This isn't fighting for Pixie. This isn't Pixie such a perfect innocent victim, we have to save her. This is, you are a huge streamer who has a pattern of doing horribly immoral things. Own up to it. Take some fucking responsibility.
But as a result of those clarifications...
Wait, did we need any more from this? No. No, we didn't need any more S.
I destroy her character. And then let's say that the tides turn, and let's say overwhelmingly, or let's say the majority of people are like, yeah, okay, I think Steven's position was a lot more fair here than what was being represented, and then she herself. Well, now I'm still fucked. Because now I'm like, okay, well, all right, yeah, okay, well, I'm not going to say much about that. Now I'm completely fucked, right? So I'm like as soon as people start like threatening suicide, now I'm like, I'm boxed in and fucked like in every single fucking area. I don't know how many of these are public yet. I've got screenshots of everything. Obviously, we'll see how much I can talk about. But like Andrea's literally having conversations where she's literally saying, depending on Steven's response to this.
What's he even saying? He's saying that it would look bad on him if Pixie himself. Is that the only thing that you think is him trying to talk her into himself? I think
the
that's very
perfect
strong
statement. Like, there's already been irreparable harm suffered. Well, okay. Let's say that I make a statement. Let's say that I clarify to the best of my ability everything on my end. But as a result of those clarifications, I destroy her character. And then let's say that the tides turn, and let's say overwhelmingly, or let's say the majority of people are like, yeah, okay, I think Steven's position was a lot more fair here than what was being represented, and then she herself. Well, now I'm still fucked. Because now I'm like, okay, well, all right, yeah, okay, well, I'm not going to say much about that.
This is what he does in every drama, by the way. You'll notice this pattern if you go back and watch through the other manifestos. At the start of every single one, he explains how boxed in and totally fucked he is, and how he can't do anything, how everything's totally fucked for him. This is how he starts all of it. This is how he does all of them. You can see the Bob 7 one or the Denims one, whichever it is, he goes, I've kind of been pushed into playing my full hand. It's like, he just tries to make himself sound like, oh, I've got no other option. I have to say all this crazy shit about the people that are accusing me of sexual misconduct. I have to go absolutely fucking crazy and nuke them. No, you don't. No, you actually don't. Yeah, that's a very manic face he's got there.
Fucked, right? So I'm like as soon as people start like threatening suicide, now I'm like I'm
goes into cornered rat mode. Yeah, absolutely.
And fucked like in every single fucking area. I don't know how many of these are public yet. I've got screenshots of everything. Obviously, we'll see how much I can talk about. But like Andrea's literally having conversations where she's literally saying, depending on Steven's response for this, I'll decide like if I have to go nuclear or not. And
is that her name? Is he saying Pixie's name there repeatedly? Is that what that is? Andrea or whatever. Just keep saying it.
But don't worry, like I won't myself over the holidays because I don't want to make people's like holidays feel bad. And it's like, holy fuck.
It's Jane Doe in the lawsuit and she doesn't go by that online. Okay.
Fucking shit. Like, well, what the fuck? And then when the demand is $500,000 to $1 million, it's like, wait, what the fuck? And it's getting higher like every single time she talks to somebody. I'm like, wait, excuse me? This is because yeah, I don't know. It's just like, isn't this extortion? I'm not going to say that because that would be a crime, and I'm still consulting with my lawyer on that.
Dude.
But you know, if you read the elements of it, it gets pretty close to it. And by close to it, I mean, yeah.
I don't know. It's actually getting pretty close to legal extortion. It's very. I don't know that it counts as legal extortion. Again, I've said that I can see the argument for extortion. I don't know if it would be prosecuted. But I mean, I'm just saying to you guys, like, if he starts running with the extortion thing, you can't just blame Sunday. You can't just blame Sunday if he goes with the extortion thing. You realize that? Because if the extortion thing is going, and his lawyers are on with that, and they're running with it, that just means Sunday was right. That just means Sunday was right. Because Sunday's whole point was that this can ruin her case, right? You can't stop it. You would just sound retarded, Queen Bee. You would just sound retarded. And if it is you making all those ults on Reddit, that's incredibly embarrassing, I've just got to say. I did not make any ult. Really? Are you sure, Queen Bee? Just because I saw an ult pop up earlier that was saying the exact same thing you were saying. But I could be completely off the mark. I could be totally off the mark. Anyway. The point is that they're not just going to use it because Sunday said it was the case. So retarded commentary freaks, idiots in chat, boomers with schizophrenia, whatever, whoever's talking about this, you can't just say, oh, Sunday gave Destiny the idea to smear with extortion. Sunday laid the groundwork for the extortion narrative. Now, if his lawyers go with it, that's not an issue with Sunday. That's an issue with the situation. That clearly Sunday was right about the situation, that she was too intimately involved and was making mistakes that lowered her bargaining position. You would kind of have to just accept that. You would just have to accept that.
After she got a lawyer involved, and then we started negotiating back and forth, after we started going back and forth, her first demand letter to me was for a total apology. Hold on. Let me... Hold on. She wanted a formal written apology for me.
Dreamwalker, you are completely retarded and have the media literacy of a 10-year-old. It wasn't he just brought it up, he attempted to make Steven a poor old victim for receiving the blackmail. Simply not the case. He was talking about how Pixie's bargaining power is lowered and how she's less likely to speak out and more victims likely to be hurt. You're just incorrect. None of the video was saying that Destiny was a poor innocent victim. That's not what was happening.
Immediate cessation of the further disclosure and dissemination of images, which are all hosted on another website, by the way.
That's so not true. Well, feel free to join Discord
reimbursement of legal
and prove
fees.
it to me. Enjoy the 24-hour timeout.
And then at
Kuihman.
least $15 million in compensation. Fuck that. This is a racket. This whole thing has been a racket.
It's a racket
now that it's filed, I guess we'll see what happens pre-trial. We'll see what happens if it goes to trial. In terms of, like, being allowed to share stuff or any of those claims, hopefully I can talk about that tomorrow.
F-bombs, notice how you can't engage now. Notice how you can't engage now that you're looking stupid. Sunday was correct to accuse Pixie of extortion. Sunday was right. Steven said so. Not what anyone said. Not what anyone said. He would be right to bring up the extortion point if Destiny's lawyers run with it. Because his point was that Pixie could be implicating herself in things that lower her negotiating position. So if the lawyers run with it, she absolutely was engaging in actions that lowered her position.
Tomorrow, but those are going to get, like, that's going to be ugly.
He said Destiny was a victim of revenge porn. That is correct. That is a correct statement. The point was not to identify that Destiny is the victim of the situation. He is a victim of this crime, and these arguments will be used in court.
but I'm waiting to see what my advice of counsel is in terms of saying anything about that. So yeah, that's all. That's what we'll. That's where I'll be for now, and then hopefully tomorrow I can say more about it. But we'll see. But I mean, obviously, if we do go the full court route, then this is like 12 to 18 months potentially of whatever. So obviously I can't wait for, you know, a year plus to make any statements about it. So
as Red Bar would say, the as Red Bar would say is kind of gay, but I mean the attribution is necessary. Any sexual contact that this guy ever has is legally a rape because he is so foul.
To be fair, if something like this was leaked about me, I would be close to suicidal too.
I hope it's 18 months, by the way. I hope it goes for 18 months. I hope I get to cover every single aspect of this next year.
Yeah, you know, that could be a thing. One of the toughest parts about this for me is I've had to piece together like so much from stuff that's like leaked from other people. Ordinarily, when I'm going to do like manifesto stuff, I guess, or when I'm writing up big stuff, usually I have access to a whole bunch of different people, a whole bunch of different logs, a whole bunch of different stuff, so I can like sort through and figure out, okay, well, what the fuck happened? What's the story? But for this, obviously, ever since Andrea made her first like Substack, well, now I'm like public enemy #1. Nobody talks to me. Everybody's in like Gisticles, like rehab server or Kiwi Farms, and they're all spreading around like the most insane stories. So I have like literally 2 people I can talk to. So I can only go by other stuff that I see leaked, and I have an idea in my mind in terms of like, okay, well, what do I think is happening here?
You know,
I
like think "Don't Randomly Ban Me" might be the worst possible name for its goal. Because I just like I would not even think to ban you for just saying good in chat there. But the fact you have set your name as "Don't Randomly Ban Me," I feel like I'm being told not to do something, and it's goading me into doing it.
Strong intuitions about what's happening. But then a few days ago, for the first time, I actually watched, because everything was so cringe, but I actually watched some of the videos that were posted about this. And I will say I don't want to say it feels good. That sounds weird. But a lot of the intuitions that I had were way, 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 way more on the ball than I thought. And there are so many other logs that I wish I had access to. So like, for instance, because this is just insane. I don't know what these full conversations are, but I saw like in one of these videos, for instance, that like Erin is saying,
I'll wait until we finish coverage, okay, and I'll bring people into argue if you want to argue.
But she told me this wasn't serious. It was just to get his attention. Like when I see stuff like this, I'm like, okay, I understand what's going on here. There's a racket.
Right, I
understand it. And I do feel very, it was just to get his attention. Like when I see stuff like this, I'm like, okay, I understand what's going on here. Stuff like this, I'm like...
She was threatening to herself to him, but she told me this wasn't serious. It was just to get his attention. Okay, so how is this a racket? Okay, what were you saying? So it's a racket. Dude, the idea that Pixie is running a racket. She wasn't just going to Destiny and saying she was gonna, She was in Spicy Chat. This girl was literally spazzing out, having huge emotional episodes, going to Spicy Chat, saying they are making her want to herself. I'm trying to think of how to say it because I don't want to say too many suicidal references because it's bad for YouTube. But yeah, so she was in Spicy Chat saying, you guys make me want to myself. It wasn't a racket. What is the racket there? Do you think that manipulation is working on them? No, she's fucking spazzing out, having a breakdown.
That like Erin is saying, she was threatening to herself to him, that's me, Steven, but she told me this wasn't serious. It was just to get his attention. Like when I see stuff like this, I'm like, okay, I understand what's going on here. There's a racket. I understand it. And I do feel very strongly about that, but who knows? We'll see, I guess, when we...
That is Erin telling Sunday that she doesn't think Pixie's going to herself, basically.
We'll see when we get further into this. This whole scenario has just been such an unbelievable mindfuck. Holy shit. Yeah, Jesus. But What was the unintuitive reason not to speak publicly? I already went over it. It's to give her flexibility to make a public statement. Retracting what she said and then making some kind of statement with me that kind of like maintains her reputation because she has like perfect victim status. She's like, the way she's written her Substack is just, it's so much of it is untrue and so much of it is insane. But for me to give a counter to that Substack destroys her ability to make any like reasonable comments on it. So the goal is like, okay, well, I'm not going to say shit so we can.
Your real fuck up was not getting ADHD medication 5 years ago. Dude.
You can sit here and try to renegotiate some type of like pretrial settlement, which is what we were kind of working on. But then once she dropped that $15 million demand, and I'm like, excuse me? So as soon as she said that, I hired a second, more aggressive law firm. We had another call, and then her lawyer was like, something along the lines like, okay, wait. What about like, just make me an offer over 150K. I'm like, this is fucking retarded. What the fuck what is this right now? This is so stupid. And so, yeah, I don't know.
Why is that stupid?
So, and then I made my demand, and then after that they stopped responding, it seems like. And so now I guess they're like, oh, fuck it, let's just file a lawsuit. It's like, okay, well, fuck it. We'll see what happens. Good times. Did you call Harvey Specter? No, I called Mike. What was your demand?
Why are you saying the first law firm told me screwed needs to settle, so you went to a different firm? Where's that coming from?
I want to get that whole statement approved. My demand was basically, I said, you can keep the bullshit you raised on the GoFundMe. I'll cover your legal fees, and then we have to make a statement where you walk back basically everything in that Substack, because that Substack was unhinged. But
it was unhinged. It's crazy, guys. It's unhinged. It's crazy.
I mean, I told my law firm, I was like, I don't think there's any chance that, I don't think
Deny specific allegations in the Substack. Deny specific allegations, retard.
I think she's maneuvered into a position where she can't undo any of this, so, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Probably a stupid question, but are you okay through all of this? No, I'm not okay, okay? I don't feel okay.
Good.
The amount of insane people who have contacted me, other people who've tried to extort me on things. I had some woman DM me and she's like, we sexted a long time ago. Like, if you don't give me $5,000, I'm gonna contact the Daily Wire.
Nightmare.
I'm like, what the fuck? I've had so many random fucking crazy people. Yeah. Did you watch Willie's vid? No. Do you have a manifesto you're going to do if your legal team says yes? Yeah, basically. But I got to wait for their response, so.
Dude, the fucking mouth noises, cut it out. Willie Black Show. Right, the people talk crazy about my dead air. My dead air, by the way. This guy's been a streamer for 15 years.
Can you leak your current lawyer costs? Yeah, you know, it's just me pissing my money away, but I guess I can spend it on something. I've probably paid about 40,000 so far. Good times. Feels good. Is it for sure going to trial now? Who knows?
Minus 40K.
Initially, I didn't think they would actually file an actual suit because for various reasons the claims are all so stupid. But now who knows? I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. I don't think I want to talk like specifically around like litigation strategy, just because I need to. Because we're probably still planning, right? I literally woke up and saw this on Twitter, so. Remember a while ago, you mentioned that going on social media to talk about what happened in cases like this should be the last line of defense if the authorities do nothing about it. Well, I guess that depends on what your depends on what your goal is, huh?
Yeah, guess what? Everything's failed to hold you accountable to this point. So that is the way they're going. Suck it up, bitch. Suck it up, bitch.
Is there a legal term for bringing something to court and throwing your case because you're trying to get them for a harsher crime than what they're actually guilty for? I think there's a term called, I think it's called vexatious litigation, but I don't know if that would apply here at all. Is this related to why Lycan is not cooking for you anymore? You know what? I didn't want to go over this on stream, but I will go over this now because fuck everybody. The reason why Lycan isn't cooking for me on stream anymore is because when I wasn't streaming and Lycan was cooking here, every single time Lycan would come over to cook, he would insist that he had to do it naked in a Kiss the Chef apron. And I was like, Lycan, this is too much. And he's like, you're not even live. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you record that, Stephen? Do you have any recordings of that? Did you notify him before you recorded him doing it?
Can you reveal how much Daily Gunnet and Strader were involved behind the scenes? I can't reveal because I don't know. I have to make guesses and intuit everything basically. Because I have no access to any of these people. Through everything, I will say, there's
Get
like
a new fake laugh, please. No, I think I will continue doing a half-hearted imitation of the Tidus laugh from Final Fantasy, actually.
40% call me naive, 60% agree. I think Erin was just trying to do the best by Pixie. For some reason, she's just like hopelessly friends with President Sunday and trust him. I don't know why. I feel like it's more stupidity than, but I still haven't seen anything to the contrary of that, but yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
President Sunday kind of right about the extortion angle. I'll talk more about this tomorrow, and then more in regards to like sending videos around and anything like that. But I'll wait till tomorrow.
Oh boy, tomorrow! Oh boy, more content for me tomorrow.
Talk about this stuff. Okay. Do you think the opening up of your side will bring back some of the orbiters who jump ship or are bridges burned for good?
And tell everyone that I won't be seeing.
Assuming my career survives and I just retire to become a video game player. One thing that I learned through all of this that is well, hold on. This is good advice for anybody. The problem is I changed my lifestyle so much over the last, or like about a year and a half ago, so I don't, my goals shifted as well. You've heard the saying, like you are who you hang around or whatever? Or I guess
you've said
the
it many
modern day,
times.
the Zoomer version of that, the red pill version is your net worth is your network or whatever. I guess this is kind of happening organically, but I don't think it's enough to cut out people's, I don't think it's enough to cut out negative people from your life. I think you have to cut out everybody that's peripheral to those people as well. I could have done that more aggressively. I'll definitely be doing it going forward, but I've also done it, It was kind of already happening.
Fortress arc, guys. Fortress arc, guys. Epic Fortress arc. Let's go.
Life. And you have to cut out.
Remember when this was like a pathetic, embarrassing thing for a political content creator to do, when they cut off anyone that's potentially against them, anyone that's potentially critical of them, when they cut all those people off? Remember how that was like a terrible thing to do? That was really embarrassing of Vosh when he was against Vosh a few years ago. Oh, I guess that's not true anymore.
Everybody that's peripheral to those people as well.
He says this while keeping Darius. In fact, joking about being in a polyamorous relationship with Darius and Xena.
More aggressively. I'll definitely be doing it going forward. But I've also done it. It was kind of already happening organically anyway, because I wasn't hanging out with a lot of people. So. But I think it's really important to not keep around. Yeah. Because stuff started to connect in the background of this in terms of different types of people, where I'm like, how the fuck? I don't even know you guys are like, and I don't see they're like scheming with each other. I'm like, the fuck? But
all the scheming, guys, all the scheming.
To be fair, you haven't put on a sorry tone to be throughout any of this. Like, do you genuinely feel bad for what you did, right? I'll talk more about this tomorrow. The biggest issue with people who are saying...
Not just a yes. Not just a yeah, of course I feel fucking terrible for what happened. Not just a yes. I'll talk about this more tomorrow.
On a sorry tone to be throughout any of this. Like,
yeah, of course I fucked up. Yeah, no, of course, yeah, it was fucked up what happened. It shouldn't have happened to Pixie, but at least that, yeah, it's fucked up what I did to Pixie, but.
Do you genuinely feel bad for what you did, right? I'll talk more about this tomorrow. The biggest issue with people who are saying like, you have to have an apologetic tone or whatever, is people want me to be apologetic for being like a sex cult rapist groomer person.
Yep. Like, lie where?
I'm sorry. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Why is that ridiculous? And why are you going so red? And why do you look so red when you say that? Was his skin that tone 2 seconds ago? Oh, kind of.
Like, do you genuinely feel bad for what you did, right? I'll talk more about this tomorrow. The biggest issue with people who are saying like, you have to have an apologetic tone or whatever, is people want me to be apologetic for being like a sex cult rapist groomer person. Like, no, I'm sorry. That's ridiculous.
So, what doesn't this have like a similar tone? Don't you think this has like a little bit of a similar tone to... I'm gonna have to scroll through my Twitter for a moment. Doesn't this have a little bit of a similar tone to this?
Recordings that she is talking about, I think that's the only thing here. The only recordings that she's talking about are fights that I've had 2 fights with friend of the stream Farha that I've recorded for, because there's some wild shit going there. But that's it. There's just like audio fights. It's not even video. It's just audio fights. I'm not having secret recordings to be in my apartment, except for that one time I f***ed mom, and I did record that.
Oh, but she consented. Not this clip. Is it this one? There's other clips like
her
this.
Talking. No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I've only recorded 2 conversations in this apartment in my life. Aside from all of the unethical, illegal, non-consensual sex tapes, apparently I'm filming constantly.
That one, and then we got this one too.
What's the stuff Lauren keeps saying about you recording people in your apartment? So when Lauren says that over and over again, she's referring to one conversation that I recorded between me and somebody else that had to do with a lot of Melina stuff. Again, in my mind, if somebody's gonna fuck me over or do some really weird, shady, fucked up shit, maybe, theoretically, I might record a conversation, you know, just because I want this to, if for no other reason, to go back through my own personal records to see what people have said, okay? The way that Lauren keeps saying this is that, like, is implying that I'm, like, recording me fucking people or recording me, like sexual stuff or something like that. That's how she, like, implies it. I don't know if she's gonna say, oh, I didn't imply that. I mean, he was a nasty person, just like a mean, bad person or whatever, but I'm like, okay. But yeah, that's when Lauren says it over and over again. That's what she's referring to.
So yeah, that same tone, I fear.
But is people want me to be apologetic for being like a sex cult rapist groomer person. Like, no, I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. But I'll talk. I think I can talk more specifically about it tomorrow. Hopefully, yeah. You know the motivations of the leaker? Are they happy with how this turned out? Yeah, of course they're happy. They just wanted to cause maximum fucking drama, I think.
Wow.
Does this include talking about the cherry stuff? I think I will. I want like everything is built off of the Pixie stuff. So I want to like have this done before I move to another, because as soon as I move to the next thing, there's just going to be a whole bunch of autistic shit that spawns from that as well.
Okay,
So
what about the cherry stuff?
I'm trying to do this like compartmentalized. Any shit you want to talk on just to go on the people on that server? I don't watch any of it. I don't know any of it. I get DMs from people there. There are so many people there that like I've said this a million times, but again, the insane amount of like psychoanalysis is insanely fucking cringe, especially when so much of it is like conjecture. Like but do you feel betrayed by Lonerbox? No, I think Lonerbox was in like an impossibly fucked position.
Have you DM'd Destiny recently? I don't think I've ever DM'd Destiny.
Like I said, I reached out to Verse and I was like, hey, shit is fucked. Like, we don't have to do content. It's cool. I understand. Especially because I think Pixie, lied to him about us ever having hooked up. So,
dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how.
Why out that? Why out that? Why say that? Other than to just smear her. To smear her and Lonerbox. Just to throw random relationship details out. Why?
How much that impacted them or not, though. Or not that it matters, I guess, because apparently they're not dating, is what we say publicly, so.
Dude.
Especially because I think Pixie, lied to him about us ever having hooked up. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much.
He's just seething and lashing out at Lonerbox and Pixie. So pathetic. This guy is such a cornered rat. It's unreal.
That impacted them or not, though. Or not that it matters, I guess, because apparently they're not dating, is what we say publicly. So, maybe that doesn't matter at all. I'm not sure. Will you address the Will Smith and XQC situation? What is the Will Smith and XQC situation?
Wow, thrilling stuff, Destiny. Really great. Really awesome.
I had the experience of, you know, the blessing of achieving everything I ever dreamed.
And then now you unpack it in the music.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, I guess when you like, you know, you get.
Why does he? I guess XQC is really tall. Will Smith's not that short though, right?
Because when you realize that, like, no woman's gonna make you happy, no amount of money is gonna make you happy, no success, that you really have to find that place where you love you.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah, self-actualization, you know.
Yeah, you just like that place where you look in the mirror and you just don't love nobody as much as you love you.
It's hard to love people if you don't at least love yourself.
At least love yourself, you know.
It's very difficult for sure. That's cool though. So, just have you been releasing music or just writing it? Just
you know, I've been writing a lot. I've been listening to a lot of world music. I love what's happening in.
Is that it? He's just watching this gay shit now?
Whatever she was gonna do in the dance, like walking in.
But I'm so curious. I want to read these Supreme Court decisions so much.
Okay, so we're just gonna watch the Ori bit as well then.
Physical difference between Boblax and Finster, which
we're gonna watch the Ori bit, and then we'll bring in we've got two callers. We've got Elbint and the guy that I timed out. So.
Correlates to their difference in OnlyFans success. Boblax thought he was going to be the next Geordie. He thought he was going to be Down Station XXX next top model. But he's not going downs. But he's not going downs anywhere other than the station to be punished non-sexual.
We're getting breaking news. Destiny is live addressing the lawsuit. He's responding to Willie Mack right now.
Is he actually?
Hold on. Let's break away from this for a second here.
Money.
If this is true.
You've heard the saying, like you are who you hang around or whatever. Or I guess the modern day, the Zoomer version of that. The red pill version is your net worth is your network or whatever. I guess it was just kind of happening organically, but I don't think it's enough to cut out people's, I don't think it's enough to cut out negative people from your life. I think you have to cut out everybody that's peripheral to those people as well.
Wow.
I could have done that more aggressively. I'll definitely be doing it going forward, but I've also done it, it was kind of already happening organically anyway, because I wasn't hanging out with a lot of people.
So is he talking about Erudite here?
But I think it's really important.
Or just everyone else.
Around. Yeah. Because stuff started to connect in the background of this in terms of different types of people where I'm like, how the fuck? I don't even know you guys are like, and I understand they're like scheming with each other. I'm like, the fuck? But
it's just more victimizing himself.
It is what it is.
I'm the poor victim that got backstabbed by my friends.
I need to cut off bad people from my life. No, you need to stop being a fucking bad person.
Okay, we're gonna watch this in a minute, but let's bring in callers. I'm back. Hello, Elbint. Welcome to the stream.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, so I was triggered by your wording.
Okay, is it going to be an incredibly autistic disagreement that doesn't agree with the general message of what I was saying? Can you just prep me for it? You can still say it, but is it going to be incredibly autistic that doesn't disagree with the main message? Okay, go for it.
So while I agree that Destiny's team was always going to run with the extortion narrative regardless of Sunday, I really don't like you saying that Sunday was right, because he would be right. I will explain. He would be right if in his video he had brought up the extortion in order to highlight the risk that Pixie was exposing herself to. But the point that he was making was that in his opinion, Pixie did commit extortion. So I don't think that you can say that he was right. And if you do choose to say that, it kind of goes against your previous statements where you said you saw the logic in, but largely disagreed with Sunday's opinion.
I disagree with the assessment that it is extortion. I don't, not that I disagree with that statement.
That's the point that Sunday made.
Yeah.
So
I don't have a conclusive opinion on whether it is extortion or not.
So do you agree that you wouldn't say that Sunday was right?
I would have to see his wording in the video, which I'm pulling up right now.
Sure. If he had highlighted the risk of those messages potentially reading as extortion, sure, I would agree with you. But his main point was that she did commit extortion.
Communications with the people she was previously working with, instead posting on taking legal action against Kiwi financial demands of Destiny. Destiny's close friend and podcast co-host Dan Saltman, the CEO of Redact, had also reportedly gone behind Destiny's back to advise Pixie to make financial demands of Destiny, as well as to ask her to dissuade Destiny from taking legal action against Kiwi Farms for hosting the leaks. Pixie has since said nothing publicly. There's been no evidence of legal proceedings being pursued, and she has seemingly ceased communications with the people she was previously working with, instead posting on X about taking the LSAT in pursuit of law school. It appears as though her attempt to extort Destiny has probably paid off, albeit at the expense of every other person Destiny has victimized in the past and will victimize in the future.
I don't know where the first claim of extortion is.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm fairly certain that he never spoke about how this might bite Pixie in the ass in a potential lawsuit.
Conversation with not-so-erudite. Pixie and her friends shared reviews and speculated for impending suicide to alarm Destiny enough that they accepted the suggestions of financial compensation. Apparently, Pixie was hopeful from the beginning that she could get as much as a $1 million payout from Destiny, which Straight Ray had repeatedly talked her down from. In addition to this financial compensation is, of course, Pixie's continued silence. This would seem to imply that Pixie's decision to not go public is not because she's afraid of the repercussions, or else she wouldn't be threatening Destiny directly with legal action or public denunciations, but because she wants to profit personally off of extorting Destiny, who also, it must be remembered, is a victim of revenge porn. Destiny may be the one responsible for the leaker having the images in the first place, but he shared them recklessly, not maliciously. And of course, he has endured public humiliation as well for this. Destiny's close friend and podcast.
I will agree with you. Sunday was not right in the video. I agree with that. With that. He's saying Pixie aimed to personally profit. However, Sunday is right in the sense that later on he did say afterwards that Pixie was lowering her position in negotiations. And he has a pinned comment as well explaining what he means as well.
What where did he say that she was lowering her position in negotiations? What did he say?
He said that not in the video, in streams afterwards. I'm saying after.
Oh well, yeah. Well, I don't think I still wouldn't use the phrase Sunday was right necessarily, but I'm happy that you agree.
Yeah, I agree. He wasn't right in the video. I agree. I mean, he's obviously not entirely right in the video. I know that she didn't get paid off, and he claims she got paid off in the video. So he's obviously not right in the sense that all of the assessments he made about it were right. But if they use the extortion claim, he is right to bring the extortion claim up. He is right to raise that as an issue, and it wasn't as clear cut. So retards like Queen Bee, like, I don't know, possibly yourself, who have been all around, going everywhere, spazzing out, saying, it's not extortion, there's no way it could possibly be extortion, seem kind of fucking retarded right now, especially if the lawyer starts using it.
No, I agree with you that I can see the logic that Sunday used to arrive at that conclusion. I don't agree with the conclusion personally, but I kind of and I understand the reasoning that he used. But again, especially since we agree that Destiny's legal team was going to run with an extortion or similar narrative anyway, I don't think that we should give Sunday credit for quote unquote being right, even in mentioning it. Because again, he didn't bring it up to highlight the risk to Pixie in a legal battle or negotiations, because he was under the impression that she was already.
I'm not saying everyone has to accept Sunday was right. I said very specifically. I said Queen Bee, F-bombs, people have been running around saying there's absolutely no way this could possibly be extortion, look really stupid right now, and should probably admit that Sunday was right. What I probably should have said is Sunday was more right than they gave him credit for. Sunday was closer to the truth than they wanted to pretend.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I guess a second point that, I mean, I don't feel strongly about it, but I might as well while I have you. I could possibly argue a point that a chatter made earlier, you know, about the claim within the lawsuit that Destiny continued to share videos after the expose. So I think what they meant was that Destiny was offering videos of him performing sexual acts, and it wasn't explicit that the videos that he was offering included another person who did not consent to the material being shared.
I think it specifically said in that paragraph of the lawsuit that he continued to share the videos, which is, it's already been defined as the videos with Pixie, after she expressed suicidal intent. That's what the paragraph says or something. So I'm pretty sure it is in reference to Pixie's video.
So I think what the chatter meant was that, at least from what we know publicly, obviously, there might be evidence that we're not seeing, you know, coming from one of the 15 women that contacted Pixie. But from what we know publicly, there were messages leaked that showed that Destiny was still offering to send somebody videos, but it wasn't clear what exactly he was offering. So I think maybe they meant that, okay, the lawsuit is phrased more severely because this claim hasn't been made before. And I think I would agree, because I don't think we've seen a claim that he kept sending videos of Pixie after being exposed or anything like that. I think that is a new claim.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm glad you see how right I am. Bye.
Okay. Catch you later. Okay. Dreamwalker. Hi, Dreamwalker.
Oh, hello there.
I can't remember what you got timed out for. Can you remind me of that disagreement?
It was effectively, honestly, it was basically the same argument as before, with Hellbent.
Oh, okay.
To be honest.
Okay.
Which honestly feels awkward because
it felt like she the wind out your sails, and now
I know. She terrible too. We talked about it.
Oh wait, you're breaking up.
Agree with you. Like, if
sorry, you just
Sunday,
disconnected. Can you just restart from your point from the beginning there? Your voice broke up.
Oh, sorry. I think I agree with you. Like, President Sunday, like, if he would have been in the video only saying that, like, this could strengthen, like, Destiny's argument afterwards, I probably would be okay with it. That didn't.
Yeah, no, I will 100%. I've said this from the start. Sunday is just, like, provably wrong at points in that video. He makes speculation that is just wrong. He says she was looking to personally profit, which we can sort of throw doubt on at least with the claim of her wanting to give the money to charity. He claims she's likely paid off, which was obviously untrue. And the extortion claim, while there is an argument to be made, especially from Destiny's side and by his lawyers, he presents it as much more clear than it actually is. There isn't a solid, like, this is definitely extortion there. So all of those points are absolutely true.
Yeah.
However, the people who are saying there's no argument for extortion, that idea shouldn't have even been raised, I think those people are very fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'd probably say the base take would be that even if it is extortion, it's justified.
Well, yeah, I don't have a fucking problem with her extorting Destiny. Like, I'm not sitting here thinking, like, oh, Pixie's such a bad person for extorting Destiny. I'm just like, Pixie should take the most responsible decisions that lead her to the most likely chance of getting proper justice. That's what I think, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, since I was cucked out of debating, do you think Destiny is actually gonna like give a proper response tomorrow, or is it?
Well, it depends what you mean by proper response. Is he gonna do a big write-up where he smears all the victims? Yeah, 100%. Is he gonna actually respond and exonerate himself in a meaningful way? No, I don't think so.
So you're expecting a manifesto, basically. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm expecting. I don't expect him to. I thought I saw somewhere him saying that he was going to watch the Willie Mac video, but I don't even think he would watch the Willie Mac video.
I think he sort of implied it, but someone asked if he was going to watch it, and he said, maybe, or some shit like that, I think.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Well, thanks for having me on.
No
Hopefully, if you could.
If I can figure out how to undo your timeout, I will, but you might have to wait till tomorrow. We'll see.
Otherwise,
all right.
Thanks for night.
Catch you later. Okay. Okay. Let's finish the orgy stuff. I was AFK at the start.
Dude, he's responding to Willie Mac right now?
Is he actually?
Hold on. Let's break away from this for a second here.
If this is true.
You've heard the saying, like you are who you hang around or whatever? Or I guess the modern day, the Zoomer version of that, the red pill version is your net worth is your network or whatever. I guess this is kind of happening organically, but I don't think it's enough to cut out people's, I don't think it's enough to cut out negative people from your life. I think you have to cut out everybody that's peripheral to those people as well.
Wow.
I could have done that more aggressively. I'll definitely be doing it going forward, but I've also done it, it was kind of already happening organically anyway because I wasn't hanging out with a lot of people.
So is he talking about Iridite here?
But I think it's really important.
Or just everyone else
around. Yeah. Because stuff started to connect in the background of this in terms of different types of people where I'm like, how the fuck? I don't even know you guys are like, and I understand they're like scheming with each other. I'm like, the fuck? But
it's just more victimizing himself.
It is what it is.
I'm the poor victim that got backstabbed by my friends.
I need to cut off bad people from my life. No, you need to stop being a fucking bad person yourself. What the fuck?
Yeah, you're the bad person.
To be fair, you haven't put on a sorry tone to be throughout any of this. Like, do you genuinely feel bad for what you did, right? I'll talk more about this tomorrow. The biggest issue with people who are saying, like, you have to have an apologetic tone or whatever, is people want me to be apologetic for being, like, a sex cult rapist groomer person. Like, no. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. But,
you basically... Also, guys, we have... over 900 people here right now. Only 160 likes on the stream. That's pretty shameful, I think, personally. If someone's 800 or so people, you mind please moving their cursor, a thumbs up and clicking it, or pressing a thumbs up on the mobile device. Either one would be hugely appreciated. Now, if you want to take your support one step further, you can go to the Stream Elements link in the pinned chat message, where you can donate directly. We love direct donations because YouTube do not take a cut. It's very awesome. We love direct donations. However, I understand some people appreciate the convenience of YouTube more. So through YouTube, you can buy yourself a membership, which will create a recurring payment that will give me a baseline of income that I can rely on every month. We love recurring memberships. However, if you've already got a recurring membership, you can gift a membership. You gift 1, 5, 10, 20, 50, all sorts of memberships. They get gifted out randomly, create a super hype moment in the chat. We love gifted memberships. You can also buy a super chat, which is a highlighted message that will be in the chat. And if it's over $5, a text-to-speech voice will read it out. You can also buy super stickers, which are YouTube images or GIFs that will be highlighted in chat, and I'll describe them to you. Or you can go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, or reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also follow kick.com/QuihmanLive. Very important. Vital stuff, kick.com/QuihmanLive. Very important. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you.
I'll talk. I think I can talk more specifically about it.
Yeah, we will do a quick goal. We'll do a little goal, okay? We'll do a little goal. I don't know how long it will be. We'll just do an hour. I will be happy goal. A little one. I will be happy. Smile. Here we go.
Still working with.
Yeah, I have that.
Yo, thank you for the £5, Dave, with the good job. Shiba Inu giving a thumbs up super sticker. Thank you, Dave. Hugely appreciated.
Erudite is confirmed going to be working with Destiny in the future.
Nice cope laugh. Yeah, I mean, he's fully coping. People want me to apologize for the worst thing ever. No, they want you to apologize for what you did, actually.
Yeah. Drama, I think.
Let me go back and hear what he just said there. Let's see. So much dead air.
It's terrible.
You know the motivations of the leaker? Are they happy with how this turned out? Yeah, of course they're happy. They just wanted to cause maximum fucking drama, I think.
What?
Just pathetic.
Pathetic victimization.
Just clicking, dead air. How is this guy?
I hate Destiny. I hate Destiny. I don't even know him, and I hate his guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to Destiny and nobody else but Destiny.
Thank you for the $10 Ziploc. Thank you.
Does this include talking about the cherry stuff? I think I will. I want, like, everything is built off of...
Yum! Thank you, Dave. Yum, yum, yum. Shiba Inu, thumbs up. Thumbs up. Shiba Inu. Dog. Yum. Thank you, Dave. Yum, yum. Thank you, Dave. Shiba Inu waving a fan because it's hot. Yum. Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
The Pixie stuff. So I want to, like, have this done before I move to another...
I need a bit of weapon. I need more bullets. I need more bullets.
There's just going to be a whole bunch of autistic shit that spawns from that as well. This is a weapon. So it's just...
Thank you for the $5.
Kuihman sad,
thank you for the $5. Sean Maloney. Sean Maloney, $5. Thank you.
I'm trying to do this, like, compartmentalized. Any shit you want to talk on Justical and the people on that server?
I need more bullets.
I don't watch any of it. I don't know any of it. I get DMs from people. There are so many people there that, like...
Oh, he's playing the...
Well, I need to see it again now. I need to see it.
Whoa, a lot of protein, sir. Let's go to the gym, buddy. Let's go to the gym, buddy. Let's go to the gym, buddy. Aliens, they will know my power. I need more bullets. I need more bullets. I need more bullets. I need more bullets. Bigger weapons. Bigger weapons. Bigger weapons. I need more bullets. I need more bullets. Whoa, thanks for the protein, sir. Watch me ride that horse, sir. Hasta la vista, baby. 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 No, that is a weapon. No, that is a weapon. Thank you.
Now that is a weapon.
The Bow Blacks. I don't watch any of the coverage on me.
But again, the insane amount of, like, psychoanalysis is insanely fucking cringe.
It's just constant cope with this guy, dude. Oh, like, I don't like being covered. Like, dude, you've been psychoanalyzing Hassan for 4 years like an obsessed fucking weirdo.
Yeah, this guy's a fucking loser.
That's your content. It's just psychoanalyzing people.
Do you feel betrayed by
literally?
Thank you for the membership. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Lonerbox was in, like, an impossibly fucked position. I felt, like I said, I reached out to reverse. I was like, hey, shit is fucked. Like, we don't have to do content. It's cool. I understand.
Did he, like,
especially because I think Pixie, lied to him about us ever having hooked up. So.
Whoa.
Thank you for the €5.
Someone should make a Punisher mod and replace his voice lines with "I need more bullets."
Dude, it needs to be on the Gatling gun. Just replace the... On the turret, replace the noise of the Gatling gun with the... I was like, I need more bullets. I need more...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much that impacted them or not, though. Or not that it matters, I guess, because apparently they're not dating, is what we say publicly, so.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. I'm not sure.
Okay, dude.
A little bit of shade thrown there at Lonerbox, right?
Wow.
Huh.
Just,
I
mean, this guy separate the art from the artist, by the way.
What is the Will Smith and XQC situation?
Yeah, this guy wants you to separate the art from the artist while he sits here and monotonely says nothing with dead air and clicks in the background as he just copes for fucking 30 minutes straight. Like, there's no art here, you fucking retard.
That's how
he's also saying it's like, oh, Lonerbox is an impossibly fucked situation that you put him in. Again, he can't say anything that implicates himself.
Yeah.
You know, if you're fucked. If you're getting called a loser by that Milky Bar Kid looking motherfucker, you know you're cooked. Milky Bar Kid? A Milky Bar Kid? Huh?
Pass by the way. Better watch out there to see. So the town put down a dirty rat, mean as a rattlesnake. Why, he once stole a hat. If he passed by your way, better watch out there, you see. So the town called for help, and along came
me. It's the Milky Bar Kid.
The Milky Bar Kid is strong and tough, and only the best is good enough. The creamiest milk, the whitest bar, the good taste that's in Milky Bar.
The Milky Bars are on.
No! 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 No!
I mean, how long has it been? 30 seconds of dead air?
No, we're watching XUC now.
That's cool though. So
who gives a fuck?
Have you been releasing music?
No one wants to
Just
watch this.
You know, I've been...
So why is he only talking about this a little bit today, but then fully tomorrow? Like, what's the strategy there? Obviously, he can talk about it right now if he's starting to open up about it and open up.
Maybe he
about
actually
Pixie.
has something written down, to be fair.
Yeah.
So maybe he's waiting to read like a written out document.
The manifesto drops tomorrow. Well, that's good to know at least. So we'll be ready for it to cover it. So
yeah, just like that, you know. And it's hard, we don't even think about it in that way, but she's like the first real...
There's like an uncanny valley where I just assume Will is AI now because of those spaghetti
he's talking about
doing other
stuff. And I see they're like scheming with each other. I'm like, the fuck?
Who is scheming with each other to take Destiny down? It's just a bunch of people covering the same story. It's not scheming with each other to take you down, right?
Yeah.
President, I kind of read about the extortion angle.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to go back until I don't hear him talk about it so we can get like the full statement.
Is because when I wasn't streaming and Lycan was cooking here, every single time Lycan would come over to cook, he would insist that he had to do it naked in a Kiss the Chef apron.
Okay, what the fuck? So Lycan's his personal chef, who's also a personal IRL friend of his or whatever, that's now disavowed Destiny.
And I was like, Lycan, this is too much. And he's like, you're not even live.
So he's talking about how his friend / chef would cook naked.
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't even know what's going on here at this point.
This guy's just deranged.
Can you reveal how much Daily Gunnet and Strader were involved behind the scenes? I can't reveal because I don't know. I have to make guesses and intuit everything, basically.
I don't
We're
know.
here for the Willie
Because I have
Mac
no
shit
access to
talk.
any of these
We
people.
want the Willie
For
Mac shit
everything,
talk.
I will say there's like 40% call me naive, 60% agree. I think Erin was just trying to do the best by Pixie. For some reason, she's just like hopelessly friends with President Sunday and trust him. I don't know why. I feel like it's more
What?
stupidity than, but I still haven't seen anything to the contrary of that, but I don't know.
Interesting.
Who is Aaron Azurite?
No, that's Straighter Aid.
Oh, Straighter Aid. Okay. So he's just coping that Straighter Aid is friends with Sunday. Okay.
Oh, I mean, she was.
He keeps changing his tune talking about this. Yeah, he gets like slightly asked about every time he talks about it.
President Sunday kind of read about the extortion angle. I'll talk more about this tomorrow, and then more in regards to like sending videos around and anything like that. But I'll wait till tomorrow to.
So he seems to think that the extortion angle is true.
Dude, what the fuck? Wow. I mean, that would make sense, though. If you read his statement, he was kind of like, I didn't know she wanted this much money. I mean, didn't he say something? I don't want to misquote him, but he said something about where he was like ass mad that she wanted to like teach him a lesson. And
yeah, he said he was like mad about all that language and verbatim, but he did explicitly say Pixie never directly asked me for any money.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
This stuff.
But he was like, that was offensive that it got to that.
Wow. Sorry.
Turkey Tom is the next one to get raped by the cabal.
To get raped by the cabal? Listen, man, the cabal works in mysterious ways.
Willie Mac shit talk, please.
Your side will bring back something.
Talk bad about your friend now.
Assuming my career survives and I was retired as a video game player. One thing that I learned
I was confident
through all of this that is well,
what? Oh my god, dude.
This is good advice for anybody. The problem is I changed my lifestyle so much over the last, or like about a year and a half ago, so I don't
You're still doing this in January.
As well. Is you've heard the saying, like you are who you hang around or whatever, or I guess the modern day, the Zoomer version of that, the red pill version is.
Okay, well, this is the part we heard before. Yeah. Okay, so is he still talking about now? Looks like he's talking about Trump. He's going over, what is this? Not his core documents. Yeah. So is that pretty much all it for now?
I guess so. For now, it's all
right. For now, we'll see where this goes. Or whatever. So I guess tomorrow is like the big official response. We saw a little teaser of it. So tune into RC tomorrow, guys. If you want to see what's going on there. And I elected, so we're going to finish Ryan Beard's Destiny video at some point, either today or tomorrow if we can get to it, if time allows. But I assume Destiny's going to watch. He said he's going to respond to Willie Mac's video. Now, I feel like it's high hopes to sit there and say that he's going to actually play Willie Mac's video from start to finich and watch it. I hope he does.
He's probably going to start right at the President's Sunday part and just watch that.
Oh my, could you imagine, dude?
That is definitely
all the people giving Willie so much shit right now too would just fucking, they'd be like, see? Told you.
This is what happened.
This is not fucking, yeah, exactly. That's I want Destiny to go over the Ryan Beard video personally because it goes over enough of the Pixie stuff and also a lot of other stuff too. And that video really establishes the pattern of behavior and abuse that Destiny has demonstrated throughout his entire career. Destiny just, I don't know. I mean, either way, it would be good to see him respond to one video or the other. Just either one would be good. But if he plays the Willie video and he just only skips the Sunday part, I swear, bro.
He will definitely do that. I can completely see that.
It's gonna make me want to rape.
Please don't tell me this is it.
Willie Mac is winning. Everyone's crying. Well, I mean, if Destiny pulls it tomorrow, Willie will just
listen. I understand people saying that like people are getting like way too spurgy criticizing Willie Mac. I also don't think that the criticism against Willie Mac is nothing, or it's just based off of spite or hatred or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the two main criticisms against Willie's video that I've heard so far, I think are valid and actually kind of agree with. The first criticism is that the video just is very surface level against Destiny. It doesn't really establish a pattern. It mostly just condemns Destiny for being like he gooned bad one time or whatever. Now he's bad. No. It's like it goes much deeper than that, right? Like I think if Willie's video came out like the same day that the fucking Pixie stuff drops, if Willie's video came out a day after President Sunday's video, it would have been great. You know what I mean? Because it would have covered,
regular commentary.
It would have established what we need to hear. But now that we're weeks into the story, it's like, all right, well, there's more to cover here, right? And the second criticism I heard that I agree with against Willie's video, which is that he just didn't provide really any pushback. He kept like almost jerking himself off, saying that, oh, I'm the only one that got a statement from Destiny. I'm the only one that reached out and got a statement from Destiny. But then he didn't do anything with that statement. And it kind of was like, okay, we got the statement, but you didn't do anything with it. You didn't analyze it or really shit on it or hyper-analyze it, right? You just kind of read the statement, and the statement itself allegedly contains a bunch of lies about other people, right? Not that I'm saying that you just go down this Kelly Jean rabbit hole, right? But it might have been good for the video if you proved that what Destiny said in that statement about other orbiters like Kelly or whoever else he mentioned.
J-Stalk and all them, yeah.
If Destiny was lying about those people in Willie's statement, and Willie caught Destiny in a lie in his statement, that would have been a good part of the video where he see how Destiny controls the narrative of orbiters and they go out against them or speak out against them. That would have been
Destiny Report 2.0 Mr. Girl video. What? Oh my god.
For the video, but we didn't get that, right? So I think those criticisms are valid. I don't think that Willie's video, like, he needs to delete it or it was like, the worst
video. Disgusting, horrible commentary.
It's not like he lied in the video or anything like that, but I think it left a lot to be desired, and I think that the people criticizing it might be getting a little bit too spurgy with it or going after him too hard or something like that, right? But the basic level criticisms that I've heard are very simple and accurate in my opinion. So anyway, we'll see what goes on with the Destiny story tomorrow. I guess we'll flip back to this Bo Black's video and finish this off. We're only 10 minutes into this. By the way, guys.
Wow, Augie's saying he agrees with the criticism of Willie Mac's video. Very cool. Very cool. Very awesome stuff. We love to see it. That's the alliance coming in, guys. That's the. Me and Augie have been having lengthy DM conversations about Willie Mac and Tommy C. Oh my god.